Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another NIKKE reaction. Today we have Comson. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I did look up a few different ways and everyone said it slightly different. So I'm just going to stick with Comson for the rest of this video so I have some sort of consistency there. But this one was thrown into the comments by Genetic Savior, and a bunch of people on the last video said I should also get to it. So that's what I'll be doing today. And without further ado, let's go. We bumpin'. We bumpin'. Very bouncy. Like glitch hoppy. Kind of progressive too. Woo. Nice little break there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, that's a great rhythm there with the vocals lagging. That's so cool. Great separation of the rhythms. That's proggy in a different way. Man, Cosmo is just having fun with this one. Using a lot of off beats and off times. Really messing around. Great vocal samples here too. They just fit so well. I'm just chilling. We're just having a great time here now. Fades out. I couldn't even tell where that transition between the two versions. I did listen to like the official mix. It was only like 3 minutes long and it had both of the versions in it, and I couldn't even tell you where that line was. That was insane. I really quick want to just listen back and see if I can tell with the context here. Oh, it was right there. That's such a good transition. Like, he must have like stitched that himself to fix that, because that didn't sound at all like two separate songs. Like, I would have said it started right here at that drop. So damn Cosmo. So Cosmo was really playing around with this one. I mentioned it a few times. He was really throwing around odd time signatures and beat changes, stuff that just isn't very standard to a dance rhythm, because it does kind of fuck with that a little bit. It changes up what your brain is expecting in a standard dance beat by playing things off rhythm, and you just can't really dance to that easily. But what's nice about the way he did this in here is that it was accentual entirely with those vocal parts in there, so it was already stuff that you would kind of be processing as a bridge anyway. And while it might have been a little bit more difficult to keep dancing with, the delays on some of the beats that he was throwing in there were only like slightly off. It was like a quarter, maybe an eighth beat off of the actual hit, so that still kind of fits in this groove and you can still land on the beat when you're dancing without it feeling weird. It's almost like when a percussion percussionist or a drummer does a piece on a downbeat versus an upbeat, the downbeat being a lot more rock solid, it feels like it has some more rhythmic ground to it. It kind of sets you into the song a little bit. It makes you kind of bob your head. But then there's songs like this with the upbeat and how that changes in the feel, where instead of like sitting here and rocking your head and just kind of head banging, you start to like bounce with it, because whenever you're up in between bounces, that's the upbeat. And that's just kind of the basis of how the human brain processes rhythm. And this song kind of plays around with that by making you go like, oh, 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 hey. Like, it might look stupid while I'm doing it, but like your brain starts to rewire itself to expect that slight difference. And it's such a subtle one in the grand scheme of a standard rhythm that while it's happening, you're not even worried. You're just still feeling the beat. The rest of the backbeat on this is so heavy and so strong that even though those are in there, you really don't mind. Your brain just keeps going with the basic beat. And that's just an amazing feat of writing. Like, it might not seem like a lot, especially to anybody who plays music. This might feel weird for me to say, but that's just fun in a good way. Like, a lot of people might be going, what is he talking about? What's bro yapping about? And really, it's not something that I can explain too gracefully with a lot of poignant meaning to it. It's not something that has much of it. It's really just Cosmo messing around, playing around, having a good time, and the listener just kind of feeling those changes. And even though you might not really understand what I'm talking about right now and you're just thinking I'm talking about nonsense, that's fine, because it's really something you feel, not something I can personally explain without getting really stupid into the music theory of rhythm and everything, and that's way too deep for these sorts of videos. It's just a good approach, it's a fun approach, it's lighthearted and having fun with the song production process. You can tell that Cosmo was making this pretty standard, and then he's like, you know what, I want to change up this little section here, and went back later to like throw in those odd times and everything, just to liven it up a little bit more, bring the energy higher, wake up your brain and make you feel like you're having more of a dance in your head than you would be without it. If it's just a standard 4/4, that's fine. It's the root, it's the bass, it's the backbeat of all music. 4/4 is standard, but once in a while you have to change it up, otherwise it'll get really boring real quick. And I think he knew that, given how obviously good he is at composition and writing, producing everything in here, that it's just like, you know, let's goof around a little bit. This is not the first song Cosmo's done that on, it won't be the last, but man, it's just fun hearing those sorts of switch ups. It kind of just, like I said earlier, wakes your brain up and, much like me, starts to get you to be a little overactive in the mind. But that overactivity in the brain is definitely something that's subjective to each person, so not everyone's going to feel it the same way, but I do believe that everyone at least will understand what I mean by when you hear the song, it makes you want to dance. When you hear those spots that are non-standard, it makes you go, oh, oh shit, oh shit. Like, it's just kind of part of the human experience to process music like that and just enjoy it for sometimes the intrigue that it brews. So like, that's really what this song does for me, and that's why I think this one's so much fun. But with that excitement and yapping out of the way, I will call it here. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you have any other songs from NIKKE or anything else you want me to get to, of course, you know you can leave a comment down below and I will do my best to get to it as always. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for stuff in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!